When we last left off, Ellie was in the lodge where those people who took Joel are. What's going on? What is Ellie gonna find? We're gonna discover that right now. I'm Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin, and let's play some of The Last of Us Part 2. There really isn't a lot of stuff for Ellie to collect here. There's nothing, in fact.
Fuck.
Nobody's left anything out and stuff like that. I don't believe so. So we're just gonna go right to the action.
Okay?
You're gonna fucking die!
What's going on?
Let him go!
Who is that?
Let him
She
go!
snuck in.
Why aren't you posted up outside?
We didn't think anyone was gonna show up.
What the hell did you expect? We gotta get out of here before the whole town's on top of us.
What I didn't understand is why I didn't kill Ellie
Right?
or Tommy.
End it. Now.
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please, Joel, please get up. No! Fucking kill you.
That was absolutely insane. That was real tough to watch.
Ellie,
I mean, the whole scene,
I'm sorry.
not just Joel.
Jesse, they're down here.
What they did to her to like prevent her from saving him and stuff like that. That was insane too. A lot of aspects of this game people were kind of upset about, and later on I think I'm going to do a review of why I believe people were so upset. It did get intense.
Hey.
Could I sit down, please?
Yeah.
Maria wants to make sure you're eating.
She can't stop us.
have the guys that we would need to do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, but that's what's happening.
What if we get hit by hunters again?
Is this you talking or is this her?
It's a valid point.
If it were you or me, Joel would be happy.
No, he wouldn't.
He absolutely fucking would be.
Well, we don't even know for certain that they're from Seattle.
Washington Liberation Front. That's what you said was on those patches.
What if they stole those jackets?
That's...
How'd the WLF move?
What are you
There's a
doing?
lot of things that are involved here.
You know what?
Revenge is very tricky. Real talk. Revenge
I'm
is
leaving
very
tomorrow.
tricky.
And if you want to come with me, great.
You have no idea what you're walking into. You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
Give me a day to talk to Maria. Okay? There's gotta be some folks you can spare.
One day, that's all he needs.
Well, I'll figure something
That's kind of
out.
crazy.
One day. Please.
Fine.
Okay. Okay.
One day is a lot to ask, Tommy. It really is. Now I know there's like a lot of cutscenes, but they have to do a lot of setting up for what's going to happen next. So in the beginning, I got to tell you that there's a lot of this, but then once they get on the road and whatnot, it really, they turn it on. It gets wild. Between the infected and humans, it gets real wild. Real wild.
I want to stop at his house before we leave. Okay.
I couldn't get to the horses. Looks like Tommy took one. Now Maria's got the stables locked down.
Fucking Tommy. We'll figure something else out on the way. A car or a horse or something.
Okay.
This makes getting to Seattle a lot harder.
Then it's gonna be harder.
You can still change your mind, you know?
I know.
Just don't want you to feel like you have to.
Ellie. You go.
I go.
End of story.
You need to get your backpack.
I hid it by the east gates. I figured we'd want to slip out that way.
Now, this is something, I don't mean to be callous, but you've got all these flowers and everything, which is nice. It's kind of weird. Like maybe they figured his spirit will read them or something. I don't know.
Hey.
The one thing I gotta tell you, there's a lot of
What do you
PTSD
need?
in this
I can
game.
go get it. I want to do it. Okay.
A lot of it.
I'm okay. Come on.
I'll hang out down here.
Okay, so now there are some
Thanks.
collectibles here that we do have to like look into. You're gonna come into the kitchen, you're gonna find this mug. That I guess was like his favorite mug. You'll see cutscenes where he's drinking out of it and everything. So there's one journal entry there. That's part of what you need to do. Again, you know, there's collectibles everywhere in this game, and if you want 100% completion, if you want all of the trophies and whatnot, you're going to have to make sure that you get every single collectible, coins, cards, artifacts, journal entries, things like that. And I'm going to take you along so that that way you can see it. So here's another one, the guitar, as he called it. There's another journal entry. Now we'll leave here, we'll go into Joel's room. Apparently it's actually pretty awesome. You know, it's nice to see characters develop that way, where like they have their own skill sets and hobbies and things. Okay, so this is the last thing we're going to go to, and this is what moves the story forward. We got his old watch that his daughter did for him. And the crazy thing is that, like, if you look at all the walls and stuff like that, things here, he actually has pictures hanging with him and Sarah, his real daughter, the one that actually died in the original Last of Us. Which I gotta tell you, I'm gonna play that probably after this, and that was one of
Everything okay?
the hardest. Here we go. Look at these. That was one of the hardest deaths that I've ever seen. It's freaking psychotic. Yeah, pictures of him and Tommy. I love the little details, honestly. Those are always fun.
Ellie's gonna try to come after me, but stop her. Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up. Buy me some time so I can end this. Love you always, Tommy. He's gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me with him. You should have given us a group to go after those fuckers.
I wish I could.
You gonna try to lock me up?
I'd prefer that you stay.
That's not gonna fucking
I
happen.
prefer that you stay, but I know you better. You going with her?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna sneak out of here?
Yeah.
On foot?
Yeah.
Tommy just will not let this go.
I told the stable to let you out with your horse. Grab some ammo, too.
Thank you, Maria.
Just do me a favor and bring my dumbass husband home in one piece, please.
Of course.
All right. Get going. You're losing light.
They are too. did not think that they're going to be able to go out there, hunt down Joel's killers, and they have to find Tommy at the same time. We'll see how well this goes. And I gotta say, I actually absolutely love the backgrounds. I absolutely adore them. They are incredible.
This hunter was on top of him, drowning him, and Joel couldn't get to his gun.
Jeez. Were you scared?
Well, I didn't even think. I just ran in there, grabbed his gun, and shot the guy in the face.
How old were you?
14. How old were you when you first killed someone?
We talking infected?
No. Fully conscious, non-fungal person.
10?
Wow. What happened?
Guy was coming at my mom. I stabbed him.
Shit. You got me beat.
Yeah, I'm a real badass. So how lost are we?
Not.
Uh-huh.
Hey, have a little faith.
What about those crazy cannibals you said you and Joel ran into? They came after you guys once. Maybe these WLFs are connected to them.
No. It didn't seem like the same group.
Maybe those black merc...
Joel crossed a lot of people. I don't see the point in guessing.
Okay.
At least until we find out more information.
Which is wild. I mean, you figure that he had to do what he had to do in an apocalyptic world, so... You know, they kind of paint the picture of Joel being, you know, always with some sort of moral compass, but possibly just
Ellie.
dabbling in a little deviancy.
Start keeping an eye out.
Okay, so once we get here, you start seeing the cars. This is where we start finding things. So right here, there's a card.
Oh, another superhero card.
Question. If you could have one superpower...
And at that point,
What would it
you
be?
should have your first trophy if you haven't already starter set.
Invisibility?
Strong choice. Is that so you can spy on me?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So we're going to try to follow through here. We're going to try to find civilization, basically.
Here we go.
Guess I was wrong. Turns out you do know where you're going.
So nothing else around here really is going to have any sort of things that we could collect. No random items or anything like that. Not until you get a little further up. We're going to find this trailer over here on the side. This is going to have some of what we need.
Stay with Shimmer.
Yeah.
And we actually do need to get into this trailer because it's going to have a lot of stuff that we need. So right here, here's a card. Right here, here's a map of Seattle. That's what we need. Okay, I don't believe there's anything else in here.
Anything good in there? something? Sure seems quiet.
Yeah. Think about how well we hide our lookouts.
I know. That's what scares me.
Look at how dilapidated this whole place is. This used to be a city. And now it's just an entire forest. Like, it makes you wonder. I've actually seen a series on TV that shows what would happen if, like, there were no people on Earth.
Yep.
And one of the things that would really scare the hell out of me is the fact that nobody would be manning the satellites, adjusting satellites in space. They'd fall to the ground.
At least we know we're in the right place.
Where is everyone?
They put up this sign. Means there's gotta be a way in.
So there you go. That's going to be your first journal entry here.
These were soldiers from the QZ. See the Fedra uniforms?
You think it was the WLF?
Yeah, and they left them here. Like a warning.
That's fucked up.
So we need that note. Nothing else in here. Okay, there's another trailer over here.
On the wall up above. Anything good in there?
Pretty picked over.
Now this actually gives you a little bit of insight as to what you're up against. This is an infected infographic. It shows exactly what you're up against, what's going on, what's happening here. It's like really sick. There's different stages of infected. But then there's like all these other things too, which I was completely blown away by when I found it. I was kind of shocked, like, wow. Alright, so in these cages, I believe there are some things that you could pick up. I don't think there's like scrap or anything, but there are like rags and
Holding
things.
cells. Soldiers had them in Boston too.
Alright, so that's going to bring us back to the beginning of the thing. What we're going to want to do from here is we're going to want to climb this truck. We're going to play leapfrog across these cages. I don't think there's anything on top. I don't believe there is. Yeah, not on these trucks. There's not. I just really like the way that they do the details, though. Like, I like exploring stuff like that. These trucks, this area kind of reminds me of the other game, Days Gone, which I thought was incredible. It got a lot of hate too, and people just were not feeling it, but I thought it was amazing. So we're gonna try to get up there.
Dina, help me up here.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out. Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
You do that,
Sounds
Dina.
good.
Okay, so now this is gonna be like a little bit tricky. So we want to get across, and probably the easiest thing to do is just jump over here. Go straight across. And then you're going to jump down that way. There we go. We're going to duck. We're going to walk under here. We're going to stand up, jump over to there. Let me tell you, there are a lot of death animations for this game, and
I'm good.
this is one of the most incredible ones where you just splatter. Just almost died. Okay. Alright, we go over this way. We got another walkway.
Where are these fuckers?
Now when we get to this tower, obviously you're going to want to go down, but instead of going down, let's go up. Here we go. So, gonna find some scrap, some material. Gonna find another card. And we're gonna find another... This is considered an artifact. So, it's pretty important. Like, you need all of these if you're gonna get any of the trophies that are in regards to, like, artifacts. Scrap, really not, but like scrap, you're going to need every bit of scrap in order to complete the upgrades and the mods on all your weapons. Your weapon mods are like going to be really needed. And you're not going to be able to do it in one playthrough. Like I said, you're going to have to do 2 playthroughs if you want to get all the weapons upgraded or modded. Alright, so these, you just want to break the glass. You don't even want to worry about trying to open the door because you can't. You could open it from this side, obviously. Now, you could grab a bunch of like the bricks that are around and throw those, but like I just like to just break it with a knife. I'm not even worried. This is going to be necessary. You need this. These are going to have all the codes you need for these
When this
checkpoints.
was written. The Saravena base. That's something. Oh, that's a generator.
And so before we even use this generator, this is what we're going to want to do. This is going to be wild. Hold on. Actually, we have to turn it on first. And the way you do that, you wait for that ball to get to where the triangle is, and then you tap triangle at that point. You're going to do that with all the generators, any generator you come across. Now you're going to need, obviously, to throw this somewhere or use it. Before you do any of that, we're going to go right here to this spot, and we're going to throw that over. This is already open, which we needed. And now we're going to use this kind of like as a rope, and we're going to proceed to climb. Up here, we're going to find some more stuff. There's more material if you need. Here's another note. Has some orders on it. And another card, along with some other supplements, other things we're going to need. I'll take all that stuff. This we're going to hold on to. Now we're going to go back down. And then from here, we're going to take this back this way so that way we go through that door. We're going to plug it in over there.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So we're getting there. I'm just curious. I want to see, yeah, I do have enough material to make some stuff. Wait, did I have? No, I didn't have enough for the supplements.
Hey, everything okay? What was that sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks.
Alright, so now in order to open up this door, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to unplug this now. Because we've got all that worked out. We're going to come this way. We're going to throw this over this gate now. And this is going to plug into that. But before we do that, what we're going to do is this. We're going to break in here. See, once we plug that in, we're supposed to put in the code for that there. We're going to break that window. Then we're going to come in here. We're going to break this window. We're going to climb up first. Whoop. Not what I wanted to do. Let's not waste ammo. Alright, we'll come back out here. We'll climb this ladder here. And we'll find some supplements, some gear, weapon parts, scrap. Love all that. We need all that. Now we'll go back in. Let me see, I still don't think we can use the supplements yet. Hey, look at that. Wow, we need a lot. Okay, so now that we did that, we're going to climb back out through here. We're going to pick this up and we're going to plug this into this over here. There we go. Once that's done, we climb back in. And that list of gate codes we actually had, so we're going to input 0512. That's actually going to be the code that opens this door.
Yes.
There we go.
Well done! Shit. Hey, come on. Let's get out of here. That crash was pretty loud. Now what?
I found a note back there. Had some codes on it. Says there's a WLF safe house at some place called Saravina Base.
Saravina. So we find it?
Hopefully we find our first WLF. Get them to talk. Go from there.
Let's do it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's find a way past this, fuck Fedra gate.
Very creative. Gets right to the point. Let's get closer and scope it out. Idiots. Just turning everyone against you. Back in Boston, they catch you tagging a wall like this, beat the shit out of you. Or worse.
QZs sound like fun.
Okay, so now what we want to do is, this is going to be just a massive area. We're going to keep checking our map because it just has just tons and tons of stuff. So let's see. We want to flip it around actually. And we want to look at the different spots that are listed here. So a lot of these different buildings are going to have ways to get in, different items and whatnot. So it's going to get pretty wild. Let's see. Looks like it's just gonna need a. That's just gonna need a code to enter. But let me see. Does it have power? Yeah, it's got power. Kind of, sort of.
Okay, here we go. It's out of gas.
God damn it. Well, what do we do now?
Oh shit. The note.
What?
The note mentioned that there's gas in the courthouse garage and the dome.
Alright. Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see.
You think Tommy came through here?
He did.
Oh, there's the
So,
dome.
Where are we? We go.
Okay, so the first thing we want to do, we want to go. There are a ton of places here that we have to explore, so we're gonna keep taking a look at our map.
What the hell happened out here?
I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
They would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost to the infected. Or to rebels.
That seems like overkill.
Well, it usually worked.
On the infected or the rebels?
Both. Believe me, you're lucky you didn't grow up in QZ.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Whoa. This guy was an officer.
Traveling in a ration truck?
Trying to hide, maybe?
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
And there's Isaac again. Maybe this is Isaac. There we go. We need all those parts. We're all good. Okay, so let's get back up on here. It's funny how like they give us different locations on the map,
Probably just
and they tell you exactly what you've already cleared out.
Yeah, good point.
They even have
I gotta
banter between
say,
each other where they're just
I was
like, "Hey,
expecting the
looks like we
Seattle
cleared
QZ
this
to
out."
be a lot more occupied.
Yeah. Maybe they're all hiding at the Saravina.
How many WLF you think there are anyway?
Well, at least 8.
If we're lucky, that'll be it.
That's a whole Assassin's Creed movie
Should
right
stay
there,
alert. Stock up
or
while
a
we
game killing 8 people.
can. What we got there? Hey.
What is it?
Says there are supplies at some bank.
Might be worth checking out. Ellie, I think Shimmer's getting sick.
What? How can you tell?
She sounds a little hoarse.
Boy.
Come on, that was a good one.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Look at the sign.
Maybe that's down
I
here.
think we found the bank.
Should we go explore it?
No,
Call.
this will be it, obviously, right here. Okay, so this is where like things start getting interesting, like when you start exploring places. There's a lot of exploration. This is like a nice little kind of sort of open world
This is
area.
cool. In like a holy shit, we might get crushed kind of way.
Relax. It's probably been like this for years. It's not gonna collapse today. Shit. You wanna kill him, nice. Better call. They're wearing body armor.
Okay, so again, clickers, attack from behind. You probably wanted to take the runners out first, just to conserve ammo. That's not something you want to do with a clicker. You definitely don't want to,
Okay. That's all of them.
you don't want to attack it like that. That's not a good idea.
They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. Sure.
Obviously, what I should have done was taken out the runners first. And I want you to remember that. Take out the runners. That way, they're gone before you're dealing with anybody else. Because once you deal with all the other guys, it starts getting crazy once you have like way too many of these guys involved. So let's put that away. Because that's one of the things that I mess up on. I actually start opening fire by accident or launching stuff like that. Let's see, there was nothing else, I don't believe, in this room, but we'll double check. Head in here. There we go. Want to get as many supplies as possible. And then let me just see, these are like the little teller stations. See if they had anything. No, it doesn't look like they did.
I think these body armor guys were trying to rob the bank. Come on.
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh, yeah. Love that movie.
I love how they make references to all these movies, but they can't exactly say what the movie is. Okay, we're going to go over here. So this is actually the vault. So as we read on that note, we're going 60. Then we're going 23. And if you pass it, that's fine. And then you go in 06. We're going to take this shotgun.
Thanks, dude.
There's another artifact. There's a banknote. The dude is in trouble. He's about to sell out everybody else,
Look
which
at
is
all
messed
this
up.
money. The bag's full.
Man, if we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich.
We'll just check out all the little bank boxes here. Cash. What would you do with all that cash?
Cool.
Alright, this is actually a ring that you find, it's going to be one of those artifacts that are kind of weird. Collecting that artifact will give you the So Great So Small trophy. And I think that there were more
Over there.
that just appeared. Yeah, no, I said take out the runners first, but this thing was closer. Then we can sneak up on this guy. Or this gal. The look on Ellie's face while she's doing that is just nasty.
I think we're done with this place.
Agreed. Hey, if you lived in the old world, what would you buy with all that money?
I don't know. Maybe a big farmhouse?
But you can get a farmhouse now.
Okay. What would you get?
A space shuttle.
Oh, that's right. Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Farmhouse is way more practical. That place was crazy.
Well, I got a shotgun out of it, so not complaining. All right, let's find that gas.
No, no.
Hey, that building's got something on top I'd call dome-like.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep, that is the dome.
It's on
That's
the
where
map
we're
now.
supposed to get. But of course there are so many things to explore around here. Like the entire world just shut down. These buildings, this area kind of reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn, honestly. Because this is kind of like what they dealt with. They found like a lot of stuff like this. Random buildings. The only difference those buildings were they completely got rid of the old ways in Horizon Zero Dawn. And in Last of Us, this area, I mean, it's more fresh, it's more recent. They didn't do anything to where they decided they were going to like restart society or anything like that. They just were living. They were living in the moment and they knew what was what. All the elders actually still know what's
Whoa,
happening,
check
but
out the tank.
people like Ellie and Dina were just recently born into this world, kind of.
I've never
Pop
seen
open the
one of
hatch.
these in action.
Yikes. These guys had a bad day.
What is it?
Burnt skeletons.
Oof. Not how I'd want to go out.
Kind of like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
One of the early moon missions, there was an electrical fire and the astronauts burned up in their capsule.
Well, at least they died for something worthwhile.
Exactly. These guys were just assholes killed by other assholes.
Alright, so we're going to check this body out over here. There we go, that's another artifact. Every document counts as an artifact.
Kind of sad.
Hop on, Dina! Let me see, there's a bunch more stuff that we could like look through here.
Ration distribution center.
In Boston, we'd line up for blocks. And the food sucked.
I go crazy.
Some people did.
Is this place sturdy?
I don't know.
Love that. I don't know. Maybe.
Careful.
Well, don't have to break that glass. It's already broken.
Made it.
Parts
Hello.
and a card. Like I said, lots of stuff to explore around here. Alright, so I'm going to end it here because this is basically going to be it. We're going to go and do this again next time. We're going to be able to see a bunch of other things. It's going to be really, really big. Right now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until the next one, take care.